Good evening and welcome to Just Casual on Goemkarponn news channel. Joining us today on the show is Aldona MLA, Advocate Carlos Alvares Fereira. We all know how good an advocate he is, how good a politician he is. Today we have called him for totally different issue, something away from politics. We wanted to discuss what happened in Goa 2 days ago. We know the entire Goa is shocked after the assault of Rama Kankonkar, and we wanted somebody who is legally very sound to tell us what exactly are the punishments, how the law and order works in Goa, and is there a fear of uh, atmosphere of fear in Goa right now after that incident. Doctor, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Actually, this is not about politics, as I said. Just wanted to know what is your first reaction after Rama Kankonkar incident where he was brutally assaulted.
According to me, this is a flashback to the time when Goa protectors was running riot in Goa. And this kind of situation has seen preludes with attacks, assaults, gang wars, and now a full-blown brutal assault on a social activist. What is more shocking is it happened A, in broad daylight, B, in a busy place, C, even the fact that there were places people could be within eye view and recording view. They wore no masks, they did not conceal their identity, they wore no helmets, which shows that they were very brazen. They wanted to send a message loud and clear. We care a damn to you. We care a damn to your police authorities. We care a damn to your home department. We have our bosses who are behind us, and you try to cross our path. We will sweep down on you and we will eliminate you and people like you who come against us and our bosses.
Is this a way to silence the opposition in Goa?
This is a chapter of Nazis era. If you look back in history, whenever anybody spoke against Nazi regime or against Hitler, they had something known as SA. I don't remember its German name, but it was called SA, that group. It was like a private army, sort of, like of gundas and ruffians of the Nazi party, which was being used to create street brawls, to beat up people who were opposing, to beat up the Jews, and then create a fear psychosis and a law and order situation so as to allow and justify the need for the Nazi regime to full-fledged be in power and promising good days which Hitler promised. And even if you remember, there's a word, Volksgemeinschaft, where he promised good days coming ahead. And he was also talking about one nation, one identity, one German, and elimination of all the rest. And when you look at that and you think of what is going on, not just in Goa but across the entire country, I think it's very bad, it is dangerous, and this is not democracy.
Doctor, as I saw the speeches yesterday at Azad Maidan, all you especially, you and Captain Viriato made a mention that a cabinet minister is involved. Does the opposition or you or Captain Viriato has enough evidence to say that there is a cabinet minister or a MLA involved?
First, we don't take names unless we get hard evidence admissible in court of law. And I would not make an allegation without there being a suspicion or something in my hand. But that should be admissible evidence. Therefore, until the police get it in their hand, Simply nabbing those who have performed the task is not sufficient. As I said in my opening, there has to be a mastermind behind it. And I used the words yesterday, a Godfather General, who is directing the operations. And it is quite evident that in social media, the names are featuring. And therefore, if you take out the names and then you start elimination process, you know where the buck stops. Therefore, now it is the duty of the police not merely to nab them because they were seen at the site, at the incident, acting in furtherance of their act of offense, but they need to also investigate on their call records, WhatsApp records. And I know one thing, that there is a kind of an internal buzz being made by the police. Oh, they have flashed their phone, which means they have reset their phone, to show us as if that they will get no data. I've been a public prosecutor in the High Court for the state of Goa, and I know how the police can investigate. Don't think we are kids on the block. We know how you can get this information. Even from WhatsApp you can get, even if it's deleted. And we know you can get your CDR records, which is called detailed records. You can get time, location, everything, calls made, calls not made, everything you know, which calls were missed calls, everything. You get all the details. And I've seen the records. So let the police not fool the public. Let the police not think they're fooling us. They can get what they want. And if they want, they can do that honest investigation. And let me be honest with you. If you go to the route and you realize there's a person's house whoever high, you nab him, trust me, Goa will become a better place. Goa will be a safe place. You and I will be able to live in peace and harmony. Because you never know, with this kind of incident, how an innocent person may be attacked tomorrow. Simply going home, simply taking child to school or bringing from school just gets attacked. Sometimes even expressing an opinion on a WhatsApp, people have been attacked. You've seen this. This kind of intolerance, which is growing across India, only happens in fascist regimes and will not happen in democratic places.
Doctor, you spoke about police and evidence. Police have already arrested 7 people in this case. Do you think still think that they are not doing enough?
I will tell you, look at it from this point of view. If tomorrow, let us assume there's a murder, and in a murder, the police arrest or somebody turns up and surrenders and say, I murdered. Is that enough proof in court? Because even if he has surrendered, even if the police nabbed him, the court requires absolute proof and proof beyond reasonable doubt. Therefore, yes, they may have perpetrated the act. They may have performed the act. Therefore, I say, as far as the act is concerned, you put all your evidence and material on record, you can convict them. But is that sufficient? You need to get to the root to find out who's the mastermind. And when you nab the mastermind, it's like how I said, te kid kanna zalyar te kusonu tatina. So if that worm, the termite is removed, the wood will be saved.
Doctor, the Chief Minister made a statement that government will not tolerate such incidents, and immediately 7 people were arrested. Following that, he also made a statement that all the 7 people will be externed from Goa and Tadipaar proceedings will be started against them. Do you think this is possible very soon?
See, first thing, talking about the Chief Minister's statement. Any Chief Minister or any Home Minister would naturally have to say this scripted line that we will take strong action and we will not spare anyone. These kind of words which you can really say that all right, it's coming. The question is between statement and the performance. Is this the first time incidents like this have happened? It may be this particular incident may be the first time. But the question is, we have had drugs, We have excise matters, where there is leakage, where there is theft, where there is cross-border flight of liquor, drugs entering, other police coming into Goa and catching accused here, gang war in Margao. After gang war in Margao, was the same statement not being made? We will take strict action and we will not allow this to happen. And how does it happen? So these are only statements for public consumption.
Last time, the similar incident happened with Iris Rodriguez, Advocate Iris Rodriguez, if you remember. At that time also there was a politician involved. His name was coming up. I don't think many of them have been convicted as so far.
See, what happens is, it all depends on the position and power you hold. If you belong to opposition, you will be jailed. Instantly jailed. And I will give you an example. I am told, but this is subject to verification, I would like you to cross-check and confirm this fact, that even at the recent Goa Cricket Association, when there was this election, apparently one member turned sides to support the opposing panel which won. And I'm told immediately action was taken on his ventures which he was having at his hometown by the bulldozers going and demolishing or sealing the premises. This is the kind, if the government itself indulges in such kind of activities, what do you expect the common men to get justice from a government like this, which is so vindictive, so revengeful, and which will chase anyone who does not support their ideology or does not support or toe their line?
Doctor, another thing is a lot has been said about law and order situation in Goa. Recently, we have seen a lot of gang wars, rapes, assaults, thefts, and CM has said that in most of these cases, migrants are involved. What is your say on that?
See, before I answer that question, I had asked me one question about the Tadipaar.
Yeah.
I have not answered that.
Yeah.
I will just say that when we went yesterday after the meeting at Azad Maidan, we went to meet the DGP. He was not there, or at least they said he was not there. We met the SP North, who told us that there were not 6 people, but there were 7 people. Then he told us also that they were very close to nabbing the balance 2, because by that time 5 had been caught. I had demanded that you apply, invoke NSA and detain these people. And you have to do it fast, because if you don't have the live link, because I know as a lawyer, if you don't have that live link, then your entire thing collapses. So Tadipaar is simply taking one person out from here and externing him to another place. Like from North Goa, you'll put him in South Goa. But when you detain him under NSA, he is totally locked. He cannot move north or south, he is locked. So therefore, you see there's a difference between Tadipaar and this. Tadipaar is okay, you operate from South Goa and you continue activities in North Goa. That I don't think is right. I will not accept that. You need to detain such kind of people in NSA. In addition, why I said they could not have done this without any strong backing is apparently 3 of them were on bail on some serious charges. And I'm told that they were released on bail sometime in August of this year. After you're released on bail, I think people behave. At least people try to behave. Try not to get involved, because one slip can lead you back into custody. But here they had the guts. They had the guts to show, like, come what may, we will manage it. We will manage the police. We have our godfather who will help us and protect us. And probably the police also will do a kind of a faulty investigation by which we will be then released and we will be set free, and even the case will be forgotten after some years. So you think of this. I even demanded, apply for cancellation of the bill. Let them be inside. Because only then you will realize what is law and fear of law.
Talking about law and order, my question still remains.
Yes. Now, as far as law and order is concerned, you look at it. It is series of instances over the last decade which have even hit not simply headlines but editorials in our leading newspapers. We speak of the deteriorating law and order. Why is this happening? Who is emboldening it? You speak of a cabinet. A cabinet has a collective responsibility with the chief minister at the head. It is a responsibility of each and every minister, whether involved or not. Tell the chief minister, we are getting a bad name, sack the people who are bringing bad name. It is time that these people be asked to step down because the power is intoxicating them and the power is making them more powerful than what they think they are. And this is why it spills out on the road, it spills out anywhere else, and then these kind of things will happen. It will not stop. Trust me, the gang war will rise. And then there will be superiority of one gang over the other gang. This is what will be there. And then each one will fight for space and Goa will go to the dogs.
Don't you think this security agencies and these bouncers, this has given a legal name to all these gang wars, gangsters?
Indeed, we never had this kind of bouncer, what you call that, culture before. But of late, we are seeing these. These are like unorganized private securities. And I think we need to rein in these kind of people. There needs to be a proper legislation for this. See, I'm not saying you may not need security, and I don't say that you should totally eliminate it. But if you regulate it and you have these people who have to register themselves and you identify each of the characters there and then they have certain means of tracking them, I think then their responsibilities and the duties will be more secure and will protect not just themselves but other innocent who may be dragged into it or maybe one day assaulted, maybe just because he thinks he's a bouncer at somebody's house, at some minister's house, or he's in the minister's patronage, or he's boss in the minister's patronage, and then he thinks that he is some superhero who can rule the roost, which should not happen. I'm not saying this because you see what happens. We use the word bouncer, but sometimes it is also security which is needed, and I won't eliminate that. But you need to have proper law and framework to work within that.
But there are several mushrooming every day. There were some unregulated, unregistered securities. CM had said that he will eliminate that, but still, I don't think there are many. There are so many operating still now.
See, what happens is when you register them, you have the data, and then you know who works for whom. So there, I'm sure within the cabinet there will be an issue by saying they don't do it because nobody will want to know who's your man, who's not your man. Given the suspicion and distrust amongst themselves, which spills out quite often in public statements or in the actions which they do. You can see it in the assembly itself. Each minister trying to bring an amendment to his legislation to make himself super chief minister to eliminate all other departments. What more can I tell you?
Okay. Doctor, yesterday most of thousands of people came to Azad Maidan. They protested against what happened to Rama Kankonkar. They wanted justice for him. But at that time, that is the time actually when the school times, when the school leaves and the students go home, parents wait for them, and that is when what happened was the parents were inconvenienced, and a lot of them took off on social media, and they went their anger saying that protest should be held, but it should be within the normal general public should not be inconvenienced. What is your view on this?
Let me tell you one thing. When I was informed that people were blocked and there was some commotion, I also saw some video which somebody shared with me of protesters sitting and blocking the this thing. Firstly, I condemn such kind of a behavior because remember that even those who have not attended because of their own private busy schedules may still be supporting our cause. But then when you start doing these kind of things, it will create a kind of a division, unrest, and perhaps anger against us.
What the people meant was it was unannounced.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Unannounced is different, but when it's unannounced, still you should know. Like you example, I'll give an example. Somebody dies and we have a funeral. A very important person dies. It's unannounced in the sense that people don't know that this funeral is going to go. But we walk respectfully on the side and allow the traffic to move along. It's not that we block the traffic and say, do you know who died and therefore we are going to block? It's not like that. Similarly, even when we had these Ganesh Visarjan, they were taking all this. I myself have gone to go and pay my respects in certain places. And they all went on the side and allowed the vehicles to pass by. So nobody was being inconvenienced, you understanding. So therefore, you having a protest, be there on the side, no problem, and allow the traffic to move. They will support you, they will cheer you, they will say, yes, we are with you. But you block them, then they get angry, they get irritable. There are children. Children don't know what is going on. Parents are wanting to go and pick up the children. Children are helpless there. They are here. They are getting worried. Anything can happen. So I think they should be. Other thing is, I'm not exactly identified who were there, who were blocking. Did you have an idea as to who was blocking?
There were a few people, I don't want to name them on camera.
Yeah.
But there were a few people I recognize who wanted to stop the people. And the thing was, it actually has undone a lot of work which was done yesterday.
No, because I'm wondering sometimes, I'm just aloud thinking, I may be wrong. Maybe it was spontaneously a thought without proper thought. But other way I could have thought of it. See, as a lawyer, I'm thinking you must always eliminate all possible doubts. Was it being done deliberately to tarnish our movement? You understanding? While sometimes you infiltrate inside to show I'm with you, but cause a situation, throw a stone, you understand? Could be, I don't know. I put my hypothesis there for you to consider.
So you're saying it's not from the protesters?
I can't say it.
Yesterday after that Chakka Jam and what the opposition, we saw the opposition together after a long time after the assembly. Of course, we see the opposition united only during the assembly. And yesterday was one such incident when entire opposition came together. Do you think this is setting the tone for 2027?
Let me be clear and honest. In my mind, I have that vision that we have one common goal. We have one common mission. We need to eliminate this corrupt, arrogant, revengeful BJP out of power. And I can see whatever posturizing each political party may do, at the right time, I feel all will gather together, all forces will gather together to make sure that we stand united, else divided we fall.
Yesterday we saw a lot of parties like GFP, Go Forward, RGP, Revolutionary Goans, AAP, took a lot of mileage from yesterday's protests. Why do you think Congress is still struggling and still behind all these parties?
See, I believe you need groundwork more than mere optics. You need to connect with the people to make sure that we reach out to the people. And as far as the Congress, we did our bit. We did not overplay our role in that movement yesterday. And we did not come, in fact, you see that our leader of opposition, Yuri Alimau, said, this is not a political meeting. And this is where all the Goans have got together on the platform. And therefore, I think, in that tone, if you understand, so we never overplayed that it is my meeting, it is my call, it is I lead, nothing like that. All of us were equal partners. Society, civil society was also equal partners with us. And therefore, there was no one-upmanship over the other. And I think that's what the Congress also intends to say. We are with you, you are with us, we are all equal partners.
Dodar, again, I asked you the same question to Captain Virioto, and I'm asking you the same question. The Congress takes up the issues, then burns the effigies, there's one small dharna protest, and then that issue is forgotten. Why is Congress not taking the issues to logical conclusions?
See, there are some issues which you must realize have to be worked out politically. There are some issues which have to be worked out politically and legally. Those which will have the second part, political and legal, we do take them to court. Those which are political are only to sensitize people. Like, you see, certain things which are being made, like short time being given for objections, this kind of things which are when then we say there's suspicions and all this. Those are more politically, because if you end up in the court, you will not succeed, but these are politically being done. I will give you now one example, running example. ZP elections are coming. Everybody knew ZP elections are due by end of this year. Shouldn't the delimitations been done in advance? Should the reservations not have been done in advance? Why did the BJP wait now, this government wait only at the last minute to start reservations? Today, if we go to the court about it, it is partly a political matter. But if we go to the court about it, since the notification is issued, court will say, all right, you challenge it after the elections are over. You understanding? So that is one part on the political side and other side on the legal side. Because such kind of question of delimitation, specific bar is there, the court shall not entertain any petition on this matter. So then then it becomes, you file a petition, court dismisses, they will take it as a brownie point. See, you all were fighting for no reason. So these are things which you have to balance, you got to understand, because if we don't make noise, if we don't do it, and don't enlighten people, it will not sink in people's head and it looks like everything is right, even if it is wrong. And the way that they showcase it, it's like, I remember somebody told me once, it's not just the gift which is given, but also the presentation of the gift is what is important. So therefore, your gift may be small, and then you have some big, lovely wrapping around it. That's the way BJP fools you, by giving lovely wrapping, but everything hollow inside. Last, I will show you how. Now they speak about GST gift, Diwali gift or whatever they have said, by reducing GST. Who imposed GST? Is they only imposed GST? Who burden the people? They burden the people. When I think of a gift, it's like I would think it's my birthday, I don't have something, you come to my house and give me something. But you can't be first robbing me and telling me I'm giving you a gift.
Finally, Doctor, my question is, where does Congress stand today if the election for assembly is held now?
Congress is reviving itself and reinventing, and I think we are working on it without directly putting our cards out. Because remember one thing, there are many people who want to eat into the space of the Congress, and therefore we have to closely watch our footsteps, so that the BJP, which is very famous for following opposition, for tracking them, and to ensuring also whoever are our followers, whoever are our potential candidates, either threatening them, eliminating them, or buying them over, we should avoid such kind of a situation. And I think the Congress is doing well, maybe not sufficiently enough in public image, but I think we are trying to work as much as possible on the grassroots. More work needs to be done. Let me be honest, I'm not satisfied myself, but we will gear up when things become a little clearer. And we are also having party meetings shortly, where we are working out all these strategies, which we can't put it out in public domain.
Thank you, sir, for giving us your precious time. We have a lot to talk with Dr. Bab, but still we have restrictions on time. We cannot discuss everything here. And Dr., I sincerely feel whatever you have said is being heard by the Congress leaders, the state government, the Goa police, and hope they work for betterment of Goa. Thank you very much for coming here once again.
Just the last line. I want to warn the police. Please make sure you buckle up and pull up your socks. Here is my playground. I will not hesitate to take you to court. If there are flaws in your system, some forgivable mistakes, I ignore them. Some minor, even misdemeanors, I will not even look at them. But when there are major situations where positively your police act in wrong direction, or omit to act when necessary, or put innocent people inside, I will not hesitate to crack the whip, howsoever high I need to go, whichever court I need to knock.
Thank you very much.
तुम्ही पळयतात गोंयकारपण, गोंयकारांचो गोंयकारा खातीर.